Why smart people don't listen is a question that cuts deep into the fabric of human interaction. It's a phenomenon many observe yet rarely understand. Research consistently shows that cognitive complexity doesn't always translate to better comprehension. Studies reveal that people with high intelligence often struggle with clarity, focusing, and retention. This isn't about lack of intelligence, it's about how the brain processes information in real time. What many misunderstand is the concept of active listening. Smart individuals frequently engage in multitasking, assuming that speed equals effectiveness. But the data tells a different story. A 2022 study in the Journal of Cognitive Psychology found that individuals with higher IQs are more likely to avoid deep engagement, opting instead for surface-level processing. This tendency stems from a natural inclination to prioritize efficiency over understanding. Another key factor is emotional bias. Research indicates that emotions heavily influence how information is received. Smart people may recognize logic but often let instincts override it. This disconnect often leads to missed signals in conversations, misunderstandings, and disengagement. The brain's natural filter can distort even the most well-intentioned insights. What many fail to grasp is the role of context. Studies highlight that background knowledge shapes interpretation. When experts lack context, their messages can be misread or overlooked entirely. This isn't a lack of effort, it's a reflection of how our minds filter what we absorb. Understanding these mechanisms is crucial. It challenges the assumption that intelligence equals comprehension. Instead, it reveals why some minds falter despite their capabilities. Recognizing this helps us bridge the gap between potential and perform. This section unfolds the core mechanisms behind the phenomenon, offering insights into why clarity eludes even the sharpest minds. The numbers don't lie, and they speak volumes about what we often overlook. By diving into these findings, we gain a clearer lens on communication, connection, and the power of understanding. The truth is, listening isn't just about hearing, it's about being present, and that's a skill no intelligence can fully rewrite. The human brain is a complex machine, and despite our intelligence, many of us struggle to truly listen. Research shows that even experts can miss critical cues when conversations become overwhelming or emotionally charged. A study published in the Journal of Applied Psychology found that high-performing professionals often interrupt others to assert their own ideas, prioritizing their own voice over collective understanding. This pattern isn't just about ego, it reflects how our brains process information under pressure. In workplaces and personal relationships, these missed signals can lead to misunderstandings, conflict, and lost opportunities. The science behind this reveals a startling truth. Being heard doesn't always mean being understood. But what happens when attention shifts? Our brains naturally filter out noise, focusing on what aligns with our goals. This isn't a flaw, it's a survival mechanism. Yet, it also means we can unintentionally shut down meaningful dialogue. The key lies in awareness. When we recognize these tendencies, we can consciously choose to engage more fully. Understanding this dynamic helps us bridge gaps and foster better communication. Every conversation carries weight, and the way we listen shapes the outcome. By applying these insights, we can transform how we connect with others, turning passive presence into active participation. This is where intentionality becomes powerful, reshaping interactions in real time. This section dives into everyday scenarios where smart minds still falter. Imagine a team meeting where ideas are rushed or a partner interrupts to prove their point. These moments highlight how easily intention fades. Yet, the data is clear. Pausing to listen deeply can unlock clarity and trust. Studies emphasize that active listening builds rapport, reduces conflict, and enhances collaboration. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Small shifts in attention can lead to big changes in relationships and outcomes. The takeaway is simple: your ability to listen shapes your success. If you're ready to rethink how you engage, consider the impact of every word. By staying present and focused, You open doors that were once closed. Let's explore practical ways to bring this awareness into your daily life. Understanding these patterns isn't just about learning, it's about evolving. Stay curious and let your presence matter more than ever. This insight sets the stage for deeper change, reminding us that listening is a skill worth mastering. Follow the journey with Psychology by Sergio Popovici, where we uncover the science behind connection. Subscribe now to unlock more valuable insights. The human mind is a complex engine, capable of remarkable insight yet tragically prone to missteps. When individuals are smart, they often carry the weight of knowledge, but that same intelligence can backfire when it comes to listening. Studies consistently show that cognitive overload plays a major role when information floods the brain. Clarity fades. Research from the University of California reveals that people struggle to process more than 7 chunks of information at once, leading to missed cues and misunderstandings. This pattern explains why even the most capable minds falter in conversations, especially in high-pressure situations. Understanding this trade-off is crucial. We must recognize that listening isn't just about hearing words, it's about interpreting intent, tone, and context. A recent study published in the Journal of Communication found that smart individuals often overanalyze, interpreting subtle signals differently than others. This can create a gap between what is meant and what is received. It's a delicate balance. Being too passive can lead to disengagement, while being too assertive can cause resistance. The key lies in adapting communication styles to fit the audience. Mistakes happen, and they're inevitable. The brain's natural defense is protected from overwhelming stimuli, which can result in selective attention. This isn't a flaw but a survival mechanism. However, it also means that brilliant minds must be more intentional in their engagement. Active listening techniques such as summarizing points, asking clarifying questions, and maintaining eye contact can bridge the gap. These strategies not only improve understanding but also build trust. The research underscores that persistence in refining these skills pays off significantly. Every interaction carries consequences. The way we listen shapes relationships, decisions, and outcomes. By acknowledging the challenges and embracing practical alternatives, smart people can transform their listening abilities. This isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Each small improvement builds confidence and clarity. The path forward requires self-awareness and a willingness to adapt. In doing so, we turn potential missteps into meaningful connections. The message is clear: listen smarter, and the results will follow. The truth behind why smart people often don't listen is rooted in complex psychological and social dynamics. Research consistently shows that even the most astute individuals can struggle to be heard when their ideas clash with prevailing norms or group beliefs. Studies highlight that cognitive dissonance plays a key role. People tend to favor information that aligns with their existing views, pushing away contrasting perspectives. This phenomenon isn't limited to individuals, it extends to organizations and societies where consensus often overrides innovation. Long-term, this pattern can shape environments that stifle creativity and progress. When smart minds remain unheard, valuable insights are lost, and momentum fades. The challenge lies in shifting expectations and fostering cultures where diverse voices are not only welcomed but valued. Understanding these patterns is crucial for anyone aiming to influence change, whether in leadership, education, or everyday interactions. It's important to approach this with realistic expectations. Change requires patience and persistence. Consistently applying the lessons learned here means setting clear goals, building trust, and creating spaces where all ideas can be heard. By doing so, we transform resistance into opportunity. The path forward isn't about forcing agreement but about cultivating environments where wisdom can thrive. Every effort counts, and the impact grows when people feel empowered to contribute. This mindset is essential for sustainable progress. The long game demands more than just insight, it demands commitment. As we move forward, let's focus on consistency, empathy, and the courage to challenge the status quo. Understanding these dynamics is the first step toward meaningful transformation. This is about more than listening. It's about shaping a future where every voice matters. When we dive deeper into the reasons behind why smart people often don't listen, we uncover a fascinating pattern rooted in psychology and behavior research. Studies consistently show that cognitive dissonance plays a key role when individuals encounter information that challenges their existing beliefs. They tend to resist or dismiss it to protect their mental equilibrium. This phenomenon is backed by research from cognitive scientists who note that people are naturally wired to favor confirmation bias, favoring messages that align with their identity and worldview. Moreover, social dynamics significantly influence receptivity. Research highlights that authority and perceived consensus can sway even the most discerning minds. When experts speak, their perceived credibility often trumps logical reasoning. This isn't just about ignorance, it's about how our brains process information in complex environments. We've seen that in controlled studies, people are more likely to heed advice from perceived leaders, even when it contradicts evidence. Understanding these patterns isn't just academic, it's essential for improving communication. The takeaway is clear: to encourage genuine listening, we must address underlying motivations, foster openness, and create spaces where diverse perspectives are valued. By doing so, we empower smarter minds to engage meaningfully rather than disengage. For anyone eager to transform how ideas are received, the message is straightforward. Adopt strategies that bridge the gap between belief and evidence. Engage in active listening, challenge assumptions, and build trust. Small shifts in approach can lead to profound changes in how we connect. In today's landscape, where information flows rapidly, staying aware of these dynamics is crucial. It's about more than just listening, it's about understanding why it happens. This insight can shape your approach, helping you communicate with greater impact. If you're serious about mastering the art of influence and persuasion, take the next step. Subscribe now and let Psychology by Sergio Popovici guide you further. Together, we can unlock the power of genuine connection. Don't miss this opportunity to elevate your listening game. Join us and stay informed.